Many people look back on the Middle Ages as a time when the world was still an alien and magical place, where peasants lived to the ripe old age of 30, and war was declared as often as Karen requests to see the manager. A time that only those that study the blade and history nerds would ever want to visit. Crusader Kings 2 is a game set in this era, and is, from an uneducated perspective, a medieval grand strategy game from the same people that brought you too much DLC, the game. However, the game is actually a medieval life simulator full of murder, cults, cuckoldry, and interfamilial intimacy. My name is Olden Gold, and this is my experience with Crusader Kings 2. Remember to like and subscribe, because I need validation. Crusader Kings 2 is like the Baldur's Gate of strategy games, where if you are even remotely into the strategy game scene, you will know about CK2. Whether from a friend or watching a YouTuber play it, everyone knows CK2. I've known about it for many years, and it has never failed to capture my attention due to its extraordinary uniqueness. Even amongst grand strategy games, CK2 is unique, as it puts focus on the leaders and characters of nations rather than the nations themselves. In this game, you take control of a historical or custom-made member of a dynasty and are tasked with growing that dynasty through the generations in prestige, power, and piety. Each character has their own traits that affect their skills and abilities. You can have a kind, just, and respectable king that improves the lives of their subjects, or you can have the human equivalent of a pet rock. Some traits are genetic and can be passed down to descendants, so finding characters with these traits and marrying them to your rulers is on every player's mind. In CK2, eugenics are of the utmost importance. Each character feels unique and allows you to really get involved with their characters as you guide them through thick and thin. Mainly thick. Life was not forgiving in medieval times, and neither is it here. Your precious characters can die of just about anything. Battle, cancer, assassination, the Great Pox. Of course, the one most likely to be doing the assassination is you, the player. As the great Arumba once said,
"If you're not plotting, then you're doing something wrong. You should almost always be trying to murder somebody. When in doubt, murder the boy. When in doubt, kill them all."
Murder is the easiest and best way to increase your power, so do not hesitate to murder those in your way. Which, from a historical perspective, isn't far from the truth. Speaking of history, including the DLC, CK2 has 5 major start dates that span the Middle Ages. These include 769, 867,
Less talking, more reading!
936,
Hey, Automan!
1066, and 1337.
Spare change, ma'am.
There is a strange phenomenon with this game, that as you play it, you become more and more degenerate as time goes on. No matter how much of a moral and respectful person you are in real life, the minute you start playing CK2, everybody starts murdering, joining cults, and keeping the bloodline pure. It happens to everyone, and it is quite entertaining watching socially upstanding people start demanding to know why they can't kill their own children who had the misfortune of being born a BTS stan. The map that you can play on is quite large, stretching from India in the east to Spain in the west. Depending on the location, culture, and religion your character is, it can change up gameplay and the experience as a whole. It's basically playing a whole different game on one side of the world than the other. Of course, to play certain cultures, you must own the corresponding DLC. Paradox is a thing for an obnoxious amount of DLC. Other than that, however, this game is one of a kind and thoroughly enjoyable. With a steep learning curve and a complicated in-depth strategy experience, anyone with a penchant for all game strategic will find this game rewarding. Honestly, this video is all over the place. But this is what this game does to me. It puts me at a loss for words as to describe it. It's great. If you enjoyed this video, then consider subscribing. Also, follow me on Twitter.